Western Mass News is your school authority. The CDC and the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education have released guidelines to change the layout of how students will sit on buses when they return to school during the coronavirus pandemic.
Western Mass News reporter Briseida Landaverde checked in with a local school bus company to see how they're preparing.
We're going to have to get creative, working with the school departments.
Bus companies in Western Mass are gearing up for the beginning of the school year. This as the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education and the CDC have released safety guidelines for the transportation of students. DESE suggests reducing the capacity on buses by considering plans such as adding bus routes and staggering schedules. Western Mass News spoke to David Strong, the president of the School of Transportation Association of Massachusetts. He says the reduction in capacity could cause a need for more buses and adds that is something the state would not be able to provide.
If we're down to a third capacity and we need to come up with 2/3 more buses, just in the state of Massachusetts alone, there's 9,000 buses. So we're talking about 18,000 buses. We're not going to be able to buy that many even if we want to. The manufacturers can't supply that.
Another suggestion by DESE is taking proactive steps to promote safe alternative transportation options for students, including family drop-offs.
Although that's going to create another problem in terms of traffic jams at the school.
CDC guidelines suggest seating students one per row and skipping rows when possible.
Strong adds that if more buses were needed to lower capacity, more drivers would also be needed, and that is another concern the state faces.
We're already experiencing a driver shortage. We have been for several years now in the entire country, commercial driver, both trucks and buses.
To ensure the safety of all, Strong says the ventilation on buses will play a pivotal role.
They're talking about keeping the windows open as much as possible, which will help, certainly, keep fresh air going through the bus.
And another recommendation is to add monitors on the buses to ensure kids remain socially distant.
We really need to put monitors on these buses, and that's something that I think we're going to look to the school departments to help to try to find those people and hire them and get them trained and on board.
And as for cleaning the buses, Strong says companies will have to be flexible.
Some of the scenarios I've heard are they go to school Monday and Tuesday and they take Wednesday off, so you can work on the fleet then and get it done, and then they go Thursday and Friday and then do it again over the weekend.
Strong hopes schools finalize their plans soon so companies have time to test the routes.
The sooner the better that we can get things in place and start running some of these routes just before school starts, just to make sure they're going to work.
For Western Mass News, I'm Briseida Landaverde.